Stonehenge, one of the most famous and recognisable historic landmarks in the world. But for all its fame, it remains a deeply mysterious place. Who built it? How did these huge stones arrive here? And just how were they positioned like this? Well, there are many theories, but it's thought that the stone circle was created in around 3000 BC. And amazingly, some of those stones are thought to have come from here in Pembrokeshire, some 180 miles or 290 kilometres away. Yeah, it's a little hard to imagine really. And these stones would have weighed between 2 to 5 tons each. And we're talking approximately 80 of these individual stones. Now, what we do know is that these stones were built to align with the sun on the solstices. And today is the summer solstice, the longest day. So guess what? Yeah, we're going to be retracing the route of these stones from Pembrokeshire to their final destination of Stonehenge within, hopefully, daylight hours. So, how are we feeling, team?
Good morning.
It's really early, Mark. Was 4:20 wake-up call really necessary?
Well, right now the sun is rising behind the Heelstone, Stonehenge, so I imagine it's quite busy at Stonehenge right now, people enjoying that. Which means it's go time because we have until 9:20 this evening to get to Stonehenge. That's 16 hours, 40 minutes to complete the journey. So I think you'd be pleased actually that we started this early with the distance we've got to cover today.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah, 283 Ks. That's going to be challenging.
3,000 metres of climbing.
Should we just get on with this then?
Because we're following the stones route, are we transporting stones?
Well, I'd rather not transport.
I mean, I don't think I
I
can
don't
fit
need
this
any
in
more
my
handicap
pocket.
than I've...
But maybe a token stone.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Oh, let's see if we can build a hinge.
All right, so.
So Dad, what did you do yesterday? Oh, I just, played with some rocks and stuff.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Mark took the biggest one there. Nice of you, Mark.
Okay, so when Mark suggested this ride, I was having a little bit of a panic and I looked at my total riding mileage of the whole year. We are halfway through and I have ridden 350 kilometres in total so far. So my cycling fitness isn't quite where it needs to be for this and I was having a little bit of a panic. Now, work have come to the rescue and we've dug out an e-bike. Only issue being, it's saying it has a rating distance of 105 kilometres and we're doing 270. So I'm going to be riding as efficiently as possible and still drafting behind the guys as much as I can, turning it off on every downhill and then fingers crossed, this bike will get me to Stonehenge.
3, 2, 1.
I've already started mine, I think, so.
Well, we've not long since rolled out. Gotta say, everyone's a little quiet and apprehensive this morning. It is gonna be a long day. It's quite scary, if I'm gonna be honest. But it is a beautiful day too. The sun's just risen, just up over the hills, which is great because it's been quite a cold start. We've all been shivering a little bit. But it's also meant to be a very hot day too. Could be getting up to 29, 30 degrees Celsius, so I think we'll be wishing it was a bit colder later on.
So we're about 1/10 of the way into the ride, 1 hour in or so. Doing okay. We're on some very narrow, windy Welsh roads. It's not great for our forward progress towards Stonehenge, but it is pretty scenic.
Where are we going here, left?
That's right over.
That's straight.
Alrighty. Okay.
Oh my, this looks like Puncher Central, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah. It's pretty much Roderick coming up behind Pogaccia. We are just going up and down and up and down at the moment. Heather's in her territory now. think she's gone up a few notches on the e-bike. We've got a gap, Heather. We've got a gap.
How long till his battery recharges?
What does it show for you then on there?
So I've got range, which currently says 230. That's the lowest it's shown since we started.
Okay.
It was on
But then it will like go up a little bit.
yeah, so I hope we go back up. 88% battery.
Yes.
And I'm in zone 1, which I need to turn off.
Okay.
So mode 1 and now mode 0. So yeah. But it can still, the range still goes up even when I'm like on 0 because it's still on, so to speak.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when you're still going up a hill then, and I went from 2 back to 1, and it just feels like someone's put a lead weight on your back.
Yeah.
So we basically follow the sun till midday, and then it chases us.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh.
Okay, so we're about 60k in. We've just stopped for some food, go to the toilet, various things like that. So I thought I'd tell you a little about the route we're taking today, whilst sat on a Welsh dragon. So you're ready for a bit of time team with Mark? So there are a few potential and proposed routes that the Neolithic and Bronze Age people took back in the day with these big stones. One is entirely on land and actually taking a similar route to what we are right now, cutting through the Brecon beacons. The other is that they would have cut down to the coast in Pembrokeshire and gone predominantly by sea and then a little by land at the end. And then the other is that they would have gone by land, similar route to we are right now, and then they were cut across what is now the Bristol Channel. Obviously now there is a bridge, so we won't need to swim or sail across that, and then on land again. So let's crack on with that.
Oh, still feels fresh when you start again.
So we're currently just scooting around the north of the Brecon beacons. I say scooting, I mean grinding up this hill. It's very punchy, start of this ride. I did not notice this on the course mapping, I do apologise.
We've had a little detour which has involved some extra hills, and it's hurting everyone, but I know I'm not allowed to say anything because of my battery, so I'm just going to keep quiet for the moment.
I do feel quite bad. We've had quite a lot of hills and then we seem to take a wrong turning, taking extra hills. So I'm actually sitting on the front a little bit because I sort of feel bad.
Well, mate, it's just going to be a long day, but we knew that when we started.
Okay, it's just gone very quiet in the team. I've done 92k. I've been trying to pace my battery and suddenly it doesn't feel like it's assisting me very much, but it is. It just shows that I'm already getting tired, which is slightly worrying. I know James is as well, so everyone's been quite quiet, and we've just come up this beautiful hill onto the open moorland, and it's stunning. Now Mark stopped a while back. I'm not sure if he was filming or just needed a break, and then James stopped, and suddenly I'm in front on my own, but I think that might be Mark, I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully we'll get through this little blip. It's quite literally been hill after hill after hill, and even the descents have been hard work because there's lots of gravel and hedges, and yeah, there's like been no respite. How are you doing?
How good is this?
Yeah, I was just saying that we've just had quite a quiet moment, but I think now everyone's going to sort of regather and
Yeah.
come out into the lovely, beautiful countryside.
We're just waiting for a coffee, or try and find a coffee.
Yeah, it's not just me.
For the last hour or so.
I think the coffee's now trying to find us, apparently.
I didn't realise I needed a coffee until it was kind of like hung in front of me for the last hour. Like it was a potential, and I can't. Oh, yeah.
And if anyone wants a coffee, then if we do, James definitely does.
Yeah, he's been quite quiet for the last hour.
I'm pretty tired, but these views are incredible. 360 degrees. Wow, Wales. Pretty impressive today.
Even with my battery assistance, I was finding those hills hard, so I have no idea how those guys were finding them. And just everything's aching, and I think we're all at about our maximum distance of ride this year, pretty much, and it's showing.
up this 18% hill, I thought now's a good time to check in with another bit of time team. So, Stonehenge is made up of some larger stones around the outside, smaller ones on the inside. Now, those larger stones are called sarsen stones. They're actually sourced from nearby to Stonehenge, or so it's believed, about 20 to 30 miles away. But that wouldn't make much of a challenge. Whereas the smaller stones on the inside, those are called blue stones. They're quite unique apparently, and they are only found in Pembrokeshire. And for whatever reason, 5,000 years ago, they decided to transport them all the way to Stonehenge.
Those hills get slower and slower every time.
All right, back in for another time team update with Mark. Now, despite Stonehenge and the stones having no known practical purpose, it would have been an absolutely monumental effort to move those stones back then. Now, to give us some context, this is around the time of the Great Pyramid in Egypt. So these stones would have been dragged, or it's thought to have been dragged, on sledges and rollers made from tree trunks for over 270k.
Great big gaps form every time we go uphill. Mark has still got the legs. Heather's still got some battery in her e-bike, and James has neither of those things. So every hill equals about a 100-meter gap.
It's getting tough, I'm not gonna lie. I'm super impressed with these guys. Now, I know you guys think we're super fit ex-pro athletes, but the reality is we used to train so hard and sacrifice a lot when we're professionals. So actually our lives are very different now. We've got different priorities in our lives, families, loved ones, etc. And actually, we don't get out on the bike or run anywhere near as much as we used to. In fact, we'll go for weeks, months without even touching our bike. And I know for a fact James and Heather are in that boat at the moment. So the fact that they've taken this on today is amazing. It really is a huge challenge for all of us.
Just past halfway, 285k ride is 142 k's. Yeah, 142 k's done, and the same again to go. If you'd asked me at the beginning if I thought we were going to make it, I would have been dubious. Now that we're halfway, I'm more dubious. I am significantly too unfit for this. And
you're doing well, mate. You are.
Mark tells me that the worst is behind us now, that it's flatter, faster, we're going to have a better average pace for less effort. Fingers crossed, on the road again.
Talking of which, come on.
Let's go,
James.
If we must.
This is a real pacing game, and it's quite an equation, because I've got to pace what's left in my battery on my bike and the battery on my legs, and hopefully together we can get there. But I've been quite cautious in the first half, and I've done a lot of pedalling without power, and now my legs are feeling it. So I'm hoping though that doesn't mean I'm now going to have to use all my battery.
Grab a bit of food, like something proper. Sandwich,
Stomach's not good. So I don't want to eat now, and I just can't put any power in anymore. Every slightest incline, they open a gap on me, and I just can't. Mark's got some fitness, Heather's got a battery, and I just don't have either. I'm struggling. Can't actually see myself riding another 110k. I've decided to call it a day after 7 hours of riding and just over 100 miles, nearly 170 Ks. Still with over 100 Ks to go, and I am in a world of hurt. I've been laid off for a while with injury and I've been really unfit. Still, it sucks to have to call it a day when you're not at the finish line. I can't turn the pedals anymore, and I'm just slowing down Mark and Heather. For me though, I sit in the air-conditioned car for a little while and feel sorry for myself.
And then it was just 2. And I've been dropped by Heather. Oh, it's a big climb now. Just before Chepstow. Yeah, I know Heather's obviously on an e-bike, but actually, she has got a workout today. She's obviously got a heavier bike and she's having to pace it. So she's switching it off quite often on the flats and small inclines, and dragging that extra weight up. Obviously using it now, and quite rightly so. But yeah, she hasn't got an easy ride, that's for sure.
No. Oh, you're kidding me.
Me and Heather were chatting, we missed the turning, so I'm praying we don't have to descend back to the next road. Hanging on. I think she's up the up the power on the e-bike.
We are just about to cross a very significant river for anyone who is English or Welsh. Here we go, this is the River Severn. And we are heading where, Mark? Oh yeah, Stonehenge and England. Leaving Wales behind us. It has been beautiful. A little too hilly for my liking.
I've got to say, I am flagging now. I've been feeling pretty good all day, but yeah, my back, my arms, everything's hurting, my chest is tight. Got like another 70k? No, 60k, sorry. Oh, come on.
We are at one of our usual filming spots, which is making this very hard because we're on roads that we know, so we know which hills are coming up. Basically, we're really close to Bath in the local area, and I think even the machine Mark is starting to flag. He's been a trooper on the front and has started to, oh, and he's even got me a Coke. Legend. Yeah, we are just sat outside the pub when there is a proper seating, just plonked ourselves the closest place, and now it's yeah, a pint of Coke's hopefully going to do the job. Feels like they're having a well.
So well, we finished, we were safe on the way. Look at that. I think that's our first Stonehenge sign. Thank goodness. Let's say I'm in hurt locker. Heather taking the front. She's using up all her remaining battery. Oh yeah, she's paced it well, it's good.
We are just moments away. Oh. We've made it through the gate. The final little cruise, and you can see the sun just getting lower behind us. We're chasing our shadows right now. And I have been enjoying using up all my battery. 8% left. I'm gonna make it. Oh my God, so many things hurt. I'm not gonna begin to list them. But in a moment, we will show you the Stonehenge.
Oh, we did it! Well done.
Look at it! That was really tough. Oh.
I can't believe that's over. I'm so happy. I'm in so much pain.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. I have to get up.
Fantastic pacing with the e-bike. That was. I know she was using an e-bike, but that was pretty hard work because you're having to switch it off.
It was. I mean,
pace it.
I couldn't have done it on the e-bike without you because I had to draft for so much.
Oh,
I would have run out.
It was a really cool day. I mean, obviously I'm playing a lot right now, but there was a beautiful day, amazing scenery, just a really cool achievement going from the origin of these stones to their final destination.
Talking of which,
oh,
so somewhere in my pocket's full of.
And unfortunately, because we don't have James, which
I have
is really sad.
I have the top stone.
I have mine and James's stone. So, I don't know.
We don't have James to build it though.
Oh, here we
I
go.
think mine was the top one. I think.
Okay.
When I grabbed it at 12, how many hours ago this morning? James did build it very well.
There. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. That was absolutely epic. And maybe you've learned a little thing or two about Stonehenge.
I didn't hear all of your info. I'm gonna have to watch the video back. I think.
Gibbering and jabbering.
Yeah. Well, massive. Well done, Mark, for getting us here. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed our efforts. If so, we'd love it if you showed us a bit of appreciation with a like.
You can tell we're quite tired.